Hi guys, I'm Kristen Powell and I'm an educational consultant with Usborne and Miller Books, EDC Publishing, and I'm here to talk to you. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you want to find out more about becoming an educational consultant. Now, anyone can sign up to be an independent consultant with Usborne Books and More, and that means that you can do home shows or Facebook parties and sell our amazing collection of beautiful books to all sorts of individuals. You can sell at a booth, at a county fair, you can do a lot of different things. But if you want to work with schools and libraries, you'll need to become an educational consultant, and that's what I'm going to tell you more about right now. Now, I'm excited watching this video. I just think there's so much opportunity right now for educational consultants, and I think it's really exciting. It's been super fun and exciting for me and for my family, and so let's talk more about that. Schools and libraries have money to spend on books, right? Obviously, they have more money than individuals, so it's an exciting market to get into. About 4 years ago, Usborne and Miller Books pulled their entire collection off of Amazon. Amazon was selling them at a deep discount, and many times educators would get online and just order our books from there, but they can't anymore. And in fact, the only way that they have access to our entire collection of 1,700 titles is through an educational consultant that lives near to them. So if you're local, anyone within 150 miles of you is considered a local school or library for you, and you can apply to be the exclusive Usborne and Miller rep for that school or library. And what that means is once you're assigned to them, no other Usborne rep can compete with you. You become the exclusive rep for that school or library, which means if they want to place an order, it's you, and you get to serve them. I walked into, when I signed up as an educational consultant, no school or library in my area was taken by anyone. And so my first meeting with my library, I walked in and they handed me an order for 110 of these books. We have about 45 different titles of these little board books for babies, the touchy-feely ones that people really love. We're really, Usborne, this might be our most famous title that we have, the That's Not My Books. And my library ordered 110. That was a $1,200 order that I got just for showing up and representing Usborne. So you earn a 25% commission on library orders like that. So that was over $300 that I earned just by applying to represent that library, and then by having an initial meeting with them. Educators love our books. They can't get them anywhere else. And so when I just think it's kind of a no-brainer. If there's a school or a library near you and they aren't already being serviced, it's really an amazing opportunity. So that's why I'm telling you about this. Now, one other thing that we do that I'm also really excited about is our matching grant program. Now, so we can use this with schools and libraries, but also nonprofits and foundations, which means if there's a Head Start Early Learning Center close to you, they're probably receiving money from the federal government to support their early childhood development. And let's say that they receive a $2,000 grant and they choose to spend it on books. Well, we have a 50% grant match program. So we take their $2,000 and we turn it into $3,000. And then they get to spend $3,000 on books, and they're so thrilled that we made their money go farther, and they get amazing Usborne books, which are just beautiful and educational, and everyone loves them. And then you get a commission off of the base amount of that donation. It's just really exciting, and so the possibilities are endless in how we can partner with nonprofits, schools, foundations, even individual groups that want to do a local book drive and raise money for books for like the homeless shelter. All of those things are possibilities for us. Hospitals that give books to babies, we can partner with all of those groups and make their money go even further with our 50% grant match. So anyway, it's really fun. It's just fun to partner in helping early childhood development and helping kids that don't have access to books get books through our programs. We have a couple other programs that we can do with schools and libraries. One is a Cards for a Cause fundraiser for organizations that need to raise money. We can help with that. The other one I wanted to show you is Reach for the Stars. Elementary schools are crazy for this one. It's a reading incentive program that gets kids reading for 30 days in a row, and then they get free books to take home and keep at the end, and the classroom gets free books. We do commercial-free book fairs at schools. There's several amazing programs that you get to be a part of when you become an educational consultant. So let's talk for a minute about how to become an educational consultant. Probably your first step is to send me a list of the schools or libraries close to you that you would be interested in working with, and I'll look them up and see if they're already claimed. If they're not already claimed, oh my gosh, so fun and exciting. If you would like to become a consultant with Usborne Books and more, you start by buying a starter kit. So you can get a mini kit for $75 or a full-size kit for $125. Those come with a bunch of books and a bunch of business supplies. They include 6 months of our website and an e-commerce site, which makes everything is so easy and already figured out for you. You'll already get your own website from day one. What you'll need to do in order to become an educational consultant is buy an additional educational kit for only $25. And then that's it. So for me, I bought the mini kit for $75 and a $25 educational consultant kit. So that was a $100 investment, and that was my total investment, and that would be your total risk to give this a shot. In my first 2 months, I sold over $3,000 worth of books. It was almost, I don't want to say effortless, but it just sort of, I never anticipated that it would go that well right away. For my family, this has been a fun surprise and a fun adventure. And so that's really why I'm sharing it with you, is because I just think, this is a fun opportunity. And I want to tell my friends that you can kind of get in on this deal too. Okay, one of the frequently asked questions is, what about minimum sales? Well, to be a regular consultant with Usborne Books, there's no minimum sales requirement. So once you sign up, you're always a consultant. You always get a 25% discount on any book that you want to purchase for yourself. To be an educational consultant, there is a minimum requirement that every 3 months you have $500 in sales. That's really not that hard to do. They're just saying they want you to stay active. So $500 in sales every 3 months. And then if you claim a school, which is called listing it, they want you to sell a minimum of $250 to that location every year. And that's like nothing in library and schoolwork. So as long as you're staying active and you're actively engaging with your school, you get to keep your claim on that location, and those are the only minimums you'll have. Are there any other costs involved? For your first 6 months, the e-commerce site, your shopping website is free. After that, it's going to be around $10 a month for all of your web-based stuff. There's also an optional newsletter that is $5 a month. Those would be your only ongoing costs. So I love Usborne because of the low risk and the there's just really not much cost. You can get started right away and just get going. Let's see, a couple other things. In order to be an educational consultant, you'll go through some free training, and then you'll need to take a test, pass that, and then you'll be able to request the schools that you want to work with. After that point, we do just request that you would conduct yourself ethically and professionally, that when you go in to meet with librarians, you would have a professional appearance, and because you're representing this EDC Publishing, Usborne and K. Miller Books. So you wouldn't go in just in your jeans, or like you would maybe to just a home party. It's a little bit different in that way. You probably have more questions. Just send them to me. I'd love to answer them or talk more with you about it. Just send me a message, and thanks so much for your interest.